Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before we start the video, I want to apologize for the background noise. It is my fan, it's very hot in here, and without it I don't think I would be able to create at all. In today's video, I'm going to show you 6 ideas on how to create ephemera only using your stamps. And I encourage you to look through what you have and see how you can make what I'm going to show you with what you have at home. The first idea is going to be journaling cards. I selected a piece of patterned cardstock. The reason I want to show you this idea is because I've noticed that when I use my stamps, I tend to use the same stamp sets over and over again, and I have some stamp sets that I never use, and they're mostly stamp sets like this one, for example, that I've had for a long time, where instead of being a lot of writings and numbers, which I use the most, there are images. And I don't really use images a lot, but this is a perfect way to not only have a quick journaling card, have a little point of interest in the journaling card, so it's not just a blank piece of paper. This is Timo's stamp set. It's called Bird Feather. And now I want to decorate the edges. And here it is. And just like this, you have a journaling card that doesn't look boring, right? Because it has this beautiful element, these elements right here. I've glued down the two sides, so the back is also covered. And here I have a journaling card. As you can see, it was so quick and easy. I used a total of 3 stamps, but really you can make this even with 1 stamp set. And this is a great way to use those stamps that you never use, like these image stamps. If you are like me and you don't use these stamps a lot, this is a great way to take out those stamps that have been sitting on your shelf for too long and use them and create something quick, easy, and pretty. So the next idea I'm going to show you is also going to feature the images stamp and how you can use them to create your own ephemera elements. So to make this, I want to use this stamp set. I grabbed a piece of craft colored cardstock. I love stamping on craft cardstock because I think it adds a little bit of color and personality to your stamps, which otherwise would be just a shape made of like black. Now I'm going to fussy cut her. Imagine just putting this on maybe the top of like a card or something, and look how pretty it looks just like this. I actually found a beautiful way to use my white scraps. So I grabbed 3 stamps that I personally love using this way, and I want to start with my favorite one. I'm just gonna use black ink. And I want to show you, I want to cut it right away because I want to show you how pretty it looks. You have a nice little embellishment. And I'm also going to show you with the other 2 stamps that I got out. And I personally love this because they make such a a good impression, especially this handle with care. I use it all the time. I mean, I want to show you again, like we have our lady, we have our background, and just like, look, isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful to me. And look, just like this, you have some beautiful little embellishments. But I want to show you how watercolor can completely change a plain stamp. Yeah, when you want to color your stamps, make sure you're using some waterproof ink. I'm using Versafin Clair, which is a very nice ink. I love using this ink. I'm gonna grab a very tiny brush because when I'm doing watercoloring with watercolor pencils, I like to use a small brush. I'm going to spritz some water onto my palette. Please don't judge how dirty it is. I hate cleaning it. And you can use watercolor pencils in different ways. Sometimes what I do is I wet my brush and I directly take my color from the tip of the pencil. Sometimes what I do is I color in the picture and then spread the oh my god, the color with my brush, always wet. Or maybe what you can do, although some people say it's not good to do it, but I think it gives a lot of pigmentation. You can dip the tip of the pencil in the water and then color in, and of course use a brush to sort of feather out the color. So I like usually to do a combination of the first two. Because I have a little tip for you. If you're using whatever kind of paper you're using, unless you're using watercolor paper, which I'm not using, this is just a little bit of cardstock, make sure that your brush is never too wet, because it will spread the color over the edges of the stamp. And in this case, because I'm gonna cut this, I don't care, but I prefer not to do it. So always make sure that your brush is not too wet. And I'm going to, yeah, let's color a little bit with the pencil. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of color. It doesn't need to be fully colored. And now I'm gonna go in with my brush. Make sure it's not too wet. Perfect. So I notice that there are some areas here that don't have a lot of color, so I'm going to do the second technique. Wet my brush, dab it a little bit, and take the color directly from the tip of the pencil and add it in. You'll see that you get much more pigment. Again, when you're doing this technique, always make sure that your brush is dry enough. It doesn't have to be dry, because of course you're watercoloring, so you want your brush wet, but not too wet, or else it will spread around. See? And now we have a pretty little stamp. And what you can do now is you can fussy cut it, or like I did, I just used a die cut that I had to cut it out, and you have a little embellishment. So for the next two examples, I'm going to use only one little stamp. The first thing I'm going to show you is how I made these lovely little button cards for my sewing themed junk journal. I also made another one. I think you can see it here. Yes, it's this one. Look how cute it looks, especially with this a little safety pin. So these are really easy to make, and I'm only gonna use one stamp to do it. And I'm just, yeah, okay, I'm gonna use this little polka dot one, and I'm going to stamp it. And just like I did with my other one, I'm going to round the corners. Let's use this. Even though it's a small little piece, it just creates a little point of interest. So let's see if I have a button small enough. Will this pink one be? Yeah, I think it's alright. So quick and easy, and it creates a very beautiful piece of interest on a little cluster, a little piece of ephemera. It's very cute. Now I'm gonna use the same stamp to show you something else. With the same stamp, I created this. This is, I like to call this slide strip. It has little pictures in it. So for my base, I'm going to use this pink patterned paper. Yeah, I'm gonna stamp it first, so I know how large I want my strip. Okay, and I also want to cut a strip of the same size that I'm going to use for the back. Okay, I'm going to use a little circular die cut to cut the circle in the middle. If you don't have anything like this, you can just use your scissors. So I've cut all the circles, and now I'm going to add the acetate. Okay, so I've glued down the acetate, and now I want to use my pictures. Okay, so I've glued down my pictures, and now I want to glue the other piece of the back. What I want to do is, you'll see that on the acetate here there are some splatters. I want to do the same thing here. The acrylic paint is dry, and now I want to add the stamping. And Marina, scendi! Okay, so here's the completed strip. Oh. And I added some dates and some sentiments even on the back. And off camera I also went ahead and made a little bit of a variation, because of course these two are very similar in terms of style, but you can also make this like this. I made this specimen ones, and these are more grungy, I would say. I put some butterflies in it, and again it's the same process. I also stamped on the back, and this I think would be these would be very cute, not only as inclusion in like a pocket or a tuck spot, but also I think it's cute maybe with like a little eyelet hanging from somewhere. I think it'd be very nice to have that. And as you can see, these are very easy to make. I want to show you how to create these stamped strips. I am obsessed with making this because these make for the most beautiful embellishments. I use them especially in this folio that you saw the flip through of on my channel. Look, this is one of them. Here, behind this. Here, look at this. This is probably my favorite part of this folio, and these decorations are all those strips. So I want to start by making some with just craft paper. And you can see that you can also combine them. Let me find one where I've combined it. Yeah, like this one, and these three are these are two stamps. So one stamp is this one with luggage check number, and then I put the number from another stamp in another color. This one as well, the 5 is from another stamp, and even this one, the figure stamp, is from another stamp. And then I put the butterflies, and then I put this. It's a great way you can play around with what you have. Here it is. Let's make another one with the craft, maybe on the other side. Let's choose another stamp. Let's do a little combination one, because I like making those. Beautiful. Now I want to use maybe some black cardstock. And I want to show you one last one, like with this, with the stamps and the combination of colors. And here it is. This is a tinier one, it's a shorter one, but look how cute it looks. This could go like on the side of a pocket, or maybe be an actual belly band. These are so easy to make, and these are the four, sorry. We created four together. You know, we have normal, sort of standard one, black and white, mega combination, and a little combination with the same color. Okay, so we've come to the end of this video, and this is all the ephemera that we've created using only stamps. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye!